Hi, I'd like to talk to you today about the child pose. Child pose is in Sanskrit called the asana. And I like that name because in Turkish the word for honey is bal, so it reminds me of the honey posture. In the Kripalu tradition, we used to call it the asana, which comes from chickpea, that garbanzo, that curled up little ball of lots of potential. It is a restorative posture, and it's about the 3 R's: restore, relax and take rest. It's also a posture of surrender, of giving way to the floor, so letting our belly relax, letting our back, letting all of our body and mind come into a relaxed posture. In the Eastern philosophies, when we're experiencing grief or sadness, our very natural position is to withdraw from the world, is to turn inwards, and this is an inward turning posture. So let me just show you, we're going to practice this together. So the posture allows us to turn inwards, and if we're feeling a surge of sadness, we could curl up into this position and just experience those waves of emotion and see if that will help to just be with the emotion until it passes. Contraindications when not to do the child pose. So in the first trimester of pregnancy, and afterwards, it's a very commonly used posture in pregnancy. And we practice that with our knees open. So if you've got a belly here, then the belly goes in between the knees. If you have high blood pressure that's not medicated, you wouldn't want to put your head down below your heart. And also, if you've got any issues with eyes or detached retina, you wouldn't practice this posture. I want to say something about knees. If this position is uncomfortable for you, don't make any further pain in your knees. You might want to lift or make some space between the knees and lift so that there's more space here. That might alleviate any discomfort in the knees, but if you've got knee issues, you might just want to practice in this position, or alternatively, lay on your back, hug your knees into your chest, and that's a really good alternative for the child pose. So other modifications: if hips are tight, it makes child pose difficult. In that case, we might not be able to bring our heads to the floor, so we take a cushion of the right thickness, and then with our hips to our heels, we might bring our forehead towards the floor. And using the appropriate size cushion. Other things that the child pose is great for: anything that's going on in the stomach, any tummy upsets, pain, gas. And we can even help that a little bit. We could take a cushion, jam it in here, and just fold forward and gently breathe into this position, and notice if that helps to alleviate any discomfort. Okay, so if you want to come into the child pose, bring your hips back to your heels. I'm going to set the timer, and we can hold this position for 10 minutes. And in the position, notice if you can let go, if you can feel a sense of surrender, and we can notice afterwards just how we feel. So to come out of the posture, lifting your upper body up, sitting back onto your heels. Notice how you're feeling and see if you can take time to feel your energy at this point, what's changed. Noticing what came up for you in the posture. How did it feel? And I'll leave you with the asana, the child pose. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.